Virgil, a frustrating start to 2026. What's your verdict on that?
Yeah, listen, I mentioned it before the game. It was always going to be a tough game, and it showed. I think we didn't create that much chance today. I think that was the frustrating part. I think we defended well. Obviously kept a clean sheet, but overall, obviously, you want to win, and we should have done better in the last part of the game.
What was it that Leeds did that made it so difficult for you guys to create chances? Because, like you say, they restricted you for the majority of the game. There was chances for you maybe from set pieces. That's about it, really. Yeah,
one chance for me personally, but yeah, it's very tight. Midfield is close to the defenders. Obviously, back five, and obviously a lot of intensity that they put in their the way of defending, and you have to then try and sort of be patient, but still play the right pace, intention, switch to side. And obviously it's all easy to say these things, but when you're on the pitch it's never that easy. But it's clear that we should have done better in that sense, and but we take the point, start of the year, and there's no time to dwell on any of that. We have to recover now and travel to London on the day after tomorrow.
You say the start of the year, I mean, obviously it's the halfway point of the season as well. It's been a very up and down first half for you. How are you feeling about the second half and what's ahead for this Liverpool team now?
Just being excited, just have to go for it. You play for one of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest, and you have a challenge each and every 3-4 days, different competitions, so you have to enjoy it. Enjoy the hard work. And obviously, emotions come with winning, losing, unfortunately, as well. But that's all part of the game. But you have to enjoy it. We have a very privileged position, so we have to go out there, enjoy it, and try and win each every game ahead of us. And that's what we tried today. It wasn't good enough, like I said in the last part of our game. But on to the next.
Thanks, Virgil.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy New Year to you. Not quite the start to the new year you would have hoped for, I'm sure.
No. You would like to start off with a win, but yeah, it was difficult. I don't think we were able to play many times through their low block, but the few times we did, sometimes we didn't have enough bodies in front of the goal. And in other moments when we did create or we were close to a goal, we were a bit unfortunate. And then in the end, I thought it would have been the same as so many times this season, that we then concede a goal and we lose it with 1-0. But that was offside, and so that's why it ended up in a 0-0.
What needs to happen to break through a low block that was so well regimented tonight by Leeds?
I think everyone knows. It's, if you look at football, and especially in the Premier League, you see two ways of unlocking it. It's hardly ever an attack over 15 to 20 passes. It's 99. It's a lot of times an individual action, which we saw today a few times Jeremy Frimpong doing. You need pace, you need to be quick, you need to dominate your 1v1 on the sides. Or, as we see a lot in the Premier League, a set piece can unlock a low block. And I don't think we were close with one set piece with Virgil, and we were a few times close with mainly Jeremy with a 1v1 pace, 1v1 action, but not enough to hurt them enough and to score a goal.
There was an incident in the first half when Ugo Ekitike was through and on goal. He stayed on his feet and had a shot, and eventually it was all blocked and cleared by Leeds. But there was a big shout there for a possible penalty, and there is a thought process that goes along the lines of that had he gone down, he might have got the decision, but he tries to be honest, stay on his feet, and the decision doesn't come his way. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think it's a surprise to anyone that one of my players stays on his feet in a situation like this. I think it was West Ham away when Paqueta tried to get his second yellow card, where one of my players tried to get him out of that situation, because that is mainly who we've been this season. Of course, one or two times you can find a moment where you say, there they went to the floor when it wasn't a foul, but it's just the team who we are, and unfortunately this is not recognized a lot, because in the second half I saw players of them going down in their own box so many times, and every time the referee rewarded that with a free kick. So yeah, the big question is, should we change, yes or no?
So should you?
I don't think we should, because this is who we are. But I'm hoping other people change and see what we do and what other teams do as well. But okay, it has nothing to do with the end result of today. Let's be completely clear. Although, if he goes down, it's probably a red card and a penalty. I'm not sure if that's true, but it would definitely be a penalty, and that would have increased our chances of winning a game against a team that came here to defend a lot. But we stayed on our feet, as we've done.
Honest as always. What was the problem in terms of creating today for Liverpool at home against Leeds, missing their key defender?
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's not only tactical. Sometimes it's just it's an attitude thing, an urgency, a desire. I did think late on in the game they weren't playing wide enough. Chiesa came on and he didn't really know where he was standing. Gakpo came on, but so did Ungamoa, and they were sort of tripping over each other themselves, standing in the same position. Conor Bradley, normally an attacking threat down the right-hand side, I thought that was one of his worst games. There was just nothing really, no creativity. I said to Macca before the game, I said, I like the balance of Liverpool's team, but I don't really see many goal scorers. I don't see, normally you see a Salah and a Ekitike and an Isak and a Gakpo, and you think, yeah, there's goals amongst those. Really look at that team today. I mean, Wirtz is struggling for goals, struggling for performances. You've got a right back or a right wing back playing in place of Mo Salah at the moment. It just shows you, Macca just mentioned it to me then, people saying that Mo Salah should have been dropped or rested or whatever.
Or sold or finished.
Or whatever. I mean, that's them without Mo Salah. I mean, he's a difference maker. Even when he's not playing well, he can still score goals, and all is forgiven, Mo, I suppose.
There's just no structure when he's not there. It's everybody just played anywhere tonight. We had 3 right-backs this evening. It was Bradley, and then it was Frimpong, then it was Slobber's. It's like the manager's searching for ideas, and the substitutes came on and all did exactly the same thing. They weren't trying to change the angle. They weren't trying to get round the sides, round the back and pull things back. It was just chop, chop, and it was just nothing, side to side, slow as you like. I mean, Virgil was right in him saying we didn't move the ball from side to side quick enough. At the end of the game, there was no acknowledgement that the game was coming to an end. They were just slow, back to Canate, back there. Just pumping stuff into the box at times causes a little bit of chaos, gets the crowd up. But today, it was as if, they didn't know that it was the 95th minute, it was the 96th minute. It was just all slow, and maybe we'll get there. And John Hutchison said I think in commentary, they could have been playing for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. They never, ever looked as if they were going to lay a glove on Leeds, which is incredible. Incredible. They had an opportunity to go 5 points clear. And it was another flattered to deceive performance. Wolves in the second half, Tottenham in the second half. Today, it wasn't a surprise today the way they've played, because Liverpool have just been like that all the time. You just don't know what performance you're going to get with this new look Liverpool team, unfortunately. And they could easily throw a performance like that in against Fulham. And then, as he said, then they'll go to the Emirates and they'll get beaten heavily if they play like that, with that type of, laissez-faire attitude. I thought it was really disappointing tonight, I did. Is
that the big thing for you? You mentioned at the start, their attitude, and it wasn't spot on today, and that didn't set the tone.
They want to win.
For Liverpool.
Of course they want to win, but it was just no urgency, was it? It was just slow from the very start. Going backwards all the time and just side to side. Sometimes you need a little bit more, get up and go and, go and tackle somebody, get the crowd behind you. The crowds were flat today. Do you know why? Because what they were watching, they might as well have been in the house. They paid good money and they received zilch today, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think attitude has never been in question with Liverpool over the last sort of dozen years or so. I mean, it's always been a great place to watch your football at Anfield. But I think it was more, a lack of ideas tonight, a lack of urgency. It's easy to single out people as well. As I say, Conor Bradley had a quiet game for him today. Ekitike started the game well, but fizzled out in the second half. Wirtz, people keep telling me, he's getting better. He's in top form now. He's not. He really isn't. He's showing glimmers.
It's an ongoing problem, Michael.
He's showing glimmers of flashes of brilliance, which you would expect. But I mean, he's not a left-sider for starters.
That's what I'm saying. So an ongoing problem is where
he's
to
not a
fit him in,
left-sider.
how to get the best out of him.
He's not a wide player. And for those people that come back and say, oh, he played on the left in Germany before, he didn't. He played as a sort of an inside, he's played as a number 10, 2 number 10s, a little bit like Manchester United play with Cunha and Mbermo. He played as that, the Cunha position, let's say. He played inside the pitch as a number 10. He didn't get chalk on his boots. He's not strong enough and not quick enough to be a wide player. He needs to play inside. Gakpo needs to play on the left, and they need to fight. If they're going to play Wirtz, he needs to play inside as a sort of a knitting number 10 type of player. Obviously, Salah will come back on the right. And Ekitike, I mean, I love the guy. I think he's brilliant. Quiet game in the second half. Isak, obviously. Listen, it's so easy to be negative. There's so much positive. There's so many great players in that Liverpool team. It will come good in time. There's too many good players. But at the moment, I mean, that was a frustrating watch.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I don't often scream when I'm by. I was like, this is, it was so annoying watching that today. It was like banging your head against the wall, wasn't it?
He just looked, I just think when Florian plays on the right or the left, they just really look unbalanced because he wants to drift centrally all the time. So you have to find a way of getting him in the team in that 10 position and still having the width. But everybody wanted to play inside the pitch today. The fullbacks were passing the ball and running into the areas where the right winger or the left winger was going to be. So it was so congested in there that nothing was working.